This video will contain spoilers.
There's a trope I like in popular media. More of a character arc than an actual trope, but it's this. The hero is coming up on a tough battle. He fears that his skills aren't enough, so he seeks out some great master in order to hone his skills. This trope shows up throughout media no matter what region it comes from. A classic anime example would be Goku during the Saiyan saga. Goku just learned that two powerful Saiyan warriors are coming to Earth, so he seeks out King Kai in order to train to become stronger. Prior to being trained, Goku has to undergo several trials to prove that he's even worthy of training under King Kai. This trope sometimes manifests in a different yet similar way. The hero isn't seeking out a master for training, but is looking for a weapon or some other type of item. This particular trope is more common in video games, but anime still provides plenty of examples. Sesshomaru from Inuyasha's entire character arc revolves around him trying to find a sword capable of accommodating his power. It's not until he gives up on stealing the Tetsaiga and he learns compassion that his full potential is unlocked and manifests in the form of the Bakusaiga. Another Dragon Ball example has Goku seeking the sacred water, said to increase the power of anyone who drinks it. To earn the sacred water, Goku must first climb Korin's tower and then catch Korin, who is guarding the water. Turns out, the sacred water is just ordinary water. What increases Goku's power is all the work he did to obtain the sacred water. In both cases, it wasn't about the sword or the water, but the journey the character took to obtain each item. Then there are the stealth mentors, characters that choose to mentor the heroes without coming out and saying so. If the audience is lucky, we'll get another character to provide an info dump later on. If the audience is not lucky, we will get the information in another media, or worse yet, the mentor's lessons are left up to audience interpretation. For example, there's a theory in Evangelion that Gendo Ikari is purposely doing everything he can to get Shinji to hate him, because it will assist him in syncing up with Unit 01, who Gendo believes hates him. It's not a theory that I personally subscribe to, but it may go to explain why Gendo is such a massive cunt. Our subject for today's video is one of these stealth mentors. Some may disagree with me, but I feel there's enough information to reliably conclude not only that she's a mentor, but what lessons she's trying to impart. But before going into that, let's briefly discuss Jean Starwind, the main character of Outlaw Star. Jean's mission is to find the galactic ley line. Jean's most powerful weapon is called a caster, a weapon that fires special shells that manifest magic. By the beginning of the series, casters are considered lost technology. Due to declining mana in the universe, only 2 casters actually show up in the series. Caster shells are also rare, considered antiques. Each of the shells has a number 1 through 20 that denote what kind of magic that shell will manifest. Jean has never even seen a number 4, a number 9, or a number 13 shell. One day, Jean gets a tip about a group of wizards that are capable of creating caster shells. When they meet, the wizards take an immediate interest in Jean for being a man with red hair wielding a caster. There seems to be some kind of prophecy at work here, the full context of which is never shared in the anime. Perhaps it's because of this prophecy that the wizards are willing to make caster shells for Jean, but not without testing him first. One of these wizards, the Sage Urt, is the subject of today's video. So let's set the stage. King Kai has his little planet at the end of Snake Way. Urt has Mount Hayote on planet Tenrei. Urt originally came to Tenrei with her 2 companions in search of mana. As I said, a declining resource in the universe. They never found mana on Tenrei, but They did find a lot of hot springs, so Urt settled on Tenrei, opened her shrine, and sat in wait for those who would come seeking her special talents. And one day, a man with red hair wielding a caster would arrive on planet Tenrei. This is the part where audience interpretation comes in. You see, Jean's biggest flaws throughout the series are... Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jean basically has all 7 of the deadly sins. Because of that, Urt decides to impart in Jean some of the virtues. Jean and his crew would travel to planet Tenrei in episode 23 of the series, right before the 3-episode finale. Urt's test began from the moment that the crew lands on Tenrei. The moment the crew leaves the ship, they are forced into swimwear. Jean gets a tip that if he wants to find the wizards, he needs to go to the top of the mountain. Jean's companions are immediately distracted by a water park. Jean uncharacteristically shows self-restraint and goes to the top of the mountain. Eventually, Jean arrives at a temple and finds 2 of the wizards, Urt's former companions, and part of Urt's test. Taking note of Jean's red hair and casters, the wizards opt to test Jean's patience.
Here's a Mountain Ontai good luck token, a lovely keepsake. Or how about an official Mountain Ontai t-shirt, which will also bring you good luck? I don't care about that crap. I just want to know if you're really a wizard and if you can make caster shells or not.
Hey kid, are you aware that you're on the wrong mountain? So the wizards direct Jean to Mount Hyote by telling him that Urt was the only one who could give him a number 4 shell, all according to Cake. The 2 wizards also offer a number 9 and a number 13 if Jean brings back a recording of Urt as proof of his success. Jean humbly accepts this request. After all, nobody with the title of wizard would ever steer him wrong. At the foot of the mountain, Jean's crew gets distracted again, this time by hot springs. Jean braves the freezing weather, the no men allowed signs, and all the traps to find Urt. Due to one such trap, Jean falls down the mountain into one of the springs and comes face to face with the greatest lizard girl behind he has ever seen.
I didn't come here for the view, lady.
Realizing that this is just a distraction, Jean again braves the mountain. Jean's diligence would be tested thrice, as was Jean's chastity. Each time, he succeeded. On the final trek up the mountain, Jean realizes he needs to show patience and carefully make his way through the many traps. Jean eventually manages to find Urt's workshop, and putting together the previous 5 lessons he learned, he manages to stealthily make his way inside.
I'm still here. Huh?
It is at this point that Jean comes face to face with his teacher for the first time. Urt notes Jean's red hair and caster, so she takes the opportunity to test Jean's progress. Satisfied, Urt offers a pair of number 4 shells, but Urt's trials are not yet done. Urt graciously records risque footage of herself and gives it to Jean. Jean takes this footage and gives it to the 2 wizards on the other mountain. In response, the 2 wizards give Jean a pair of shells, a number 9 and a number 13 from each of them. Alright, so what lessons has Jean learned so far? Temperance, patience, humility, diligence, chastity, and charity. So Jean's final lesson is gratitude. The 2 wizards then proceed to walk Jean through the fine art of being grateful.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, come on! Hey, mind if I hang out and watch?
Chat, if you watch episode 23 of Outlaw Star, you will be very grateful.
So, you want to see a little footage of Urt nude?
Very grateful.
Well, let's get started a bit longer. Almost there.
Hey, what do you suppose those numbers are for?
Shut up, Gene. You're supposed to be grateful.
Yeah, forget it.
You still watching me? You guys really are the biggest idiots I think I've ever seen. 3, 2, 1, 0.
And with that, Gene's training is complete. Gene is ready to take on whatever the universe will throw at him. Of course, as I mentioned before, this video is theoretical, my own personal headcanon. Urt appears in only a single episode of a 26-episode anime for approximately 2 minutes and 54 seconds. The two male wizards could just be giant perverts, and Urt could be a massive troll. But, as I mentioned before, this is my personal theory. And despite all the odds, Gene managed to survive his adventures, together with his crew. If you enjoyed my random ramblings, please comment down below. Go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe to the page. Peace.